In light of the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine, watch this video until the end to learn more about Elon Musk and NATO's insane new plan to defeat Russia. Welcome to Elon Musk Era. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on our upcoming videos about Elon Musk, Tesla, SpaceX, and more. In recent weeks, Russia has been acting out in Europe in ways that have shocked everyone. While all of this is happening, Elon Musk just revealed a terrifying air defense system for the Air Force. So, as we knew, founded by Elon Musk, SpaceX is a leading private company in space exploration. Meanwhile, last January of this year, an estimated $102 million will be spent on a massive air defense project involving the United States Air Force. There has never been anything like this project in the world, and no one has ever seen anything like it. So, as we've mentioned, the United States Air Force has recently awarded more than $102 million in contracts to SpaceX, a company that designs heavy rockets and builds them. Specifically, the contract will focus on transportation of humanitarian aid and military cargo around the world. It has been stated on a government website that this contract is one of many, including the Air Force's Rocket Cargo Project, which uses rockets to handle global logistics for the Department of Defense. However, the exact type of spacecraft SpaceX will use for the rocket cargo remains unclear for the time being. Greg Spangers, program manager of the Rocket Cargo Program, stated that the United States Department of Defense was interested in being able to ship cargo around the globe to support humanitarian activities. In addition to monitoring SpaceX's launches and landings, Spangers says that the Air Force will collect environmental data necessary for the program, and the majority of disaster areas do not have commercial spaceports nearby, according to Spangers. Furthermore, he stated that the Air Force is considering a range of options to land in rural areas. Under the agreement, SpaceX will be expected to demonstrate the technology and capabilities needed for shipping military cargo, humanitarian aid, and other commodities to the entire world on a heavy rocket. In this contract, a payload is moved from one point on Earth to another using point-to-point transport. Further, the largest rocket cargo that has ever been offered will be carried aboard this rocket. Moreover, there are many reasons why these companies have this relationship, including the Pentagon's interest in shipping cargo and humanitarian aid anywhere on the planet. And Spangers believes this form of transportation would be used by commercial vendors already established on the site. Then, when the service becomes available, he says it will be a commercial service they are willing to procure. Spangers said that although SpaceX is the first aerospace manager to work on this program, the Air Force will also use the services of other manufacturers. Moreover, officials from the Air Force report that the Rocket Vanguard project was released last year, and it studied how to use rockets to transport up to 100 tons of cargo all over the world. Nonetheless, SpaceX has not specified which of its launch vehicles will transport these goods in the new contract. As a result of this arrangement, the Air Force Research Laboratory will have access to data for all SpaceX launches and booster landings to determine what vehicle is best suited to meet the task at hand. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments section below. And don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. Besides its heavy lift rocket equipped with reusable boosters, SpaceX has been flying reusable rockets for years. This booster, Falcon Heavy, is the company's most recent reusable rocket. Currently, it is developing a 100-ton reusable rocket booster to launch into Earth's orbit, the Super Heavy, which will support space exploration. In addition to the capability of traveling point to point around the planet, Musk believes that the rocket will have the capability of space travel. In the new contract, SpaceX will demonstrate heavy cargo transport capabilities and landing skills to the Air Force Research Laboratory. However, no specific timeline has been specified for such a demonstration. According to Spangers, the Air Force Research Laboratory will collect data over the next few years by leveraging several commercial demonstration launches. Furthermore, he said that the Air Force would collect data whenever SpaceX flew missions relevant to the purpose instead of driving schedules. Moreover, SpaceX is required to design cargo bays specifically for the project in the contract and designed to allow rapid loading and unloading. These bays would fit inside intermodal containers owned by the United States Transportation Command, in addition to providing cargo and supplies to the US military. The contract also includes disaster relief and the delivery of humanitarian aid. Currently, there are only a few spaceports all over the world. Further, the load of a rocket containing cargo and supplies will be extremely challenging to overcome if something goes wrong. It has been considered by the Air Force Research Laboratory, which have explored a wider range of ways to help solve these problems, according to Spangers. Several landing methods are also being considered, as well as options for an austere site, including accommodating human factors while landing close to human populations and supplying a wider range of cargo, such as medical supplies. Even with all this, we don't know when SpaceX will fly its first demonstration flight. According to Spangers, other launch providers may also win similar contracts in the future. In addition to this, Spangers illustrated that carrying significant heavy cargo from orbit has never happened before, and that it will fully stress the landing propulsion system and landing legs of the commercial thermal protection system. Also, as far as SpaceX is concerned, this isn't the first time they have worked with the government, and probably won't be the last. In preparation to continue demonstrating what Starlink can do for the US Air Force, SpaceX sent a special request to the Federal Communications Commission. Aside from this, according to its filing with the SEC, the company wants to make minor changes to its experimental authorization for further tests with the federal government. Moreover, the tests will demonstrate data transmission from static ground sites and 2 or 1 airborne aircraft at a single location, through 1 or 2 static ground sites and 2 or 1 airborne aircraft, and 3 limited tests will be conducted from vehicles moving the exact location of the third. As part of the Starlink initiative, SpaceX is going to use thousands of satellites, which are referred to the industry as constellations. It will also provide customers with internet access and implement an interconnected internet network. Moreover, SpaceX has also announced that it plans to work with Ball Aerospace, a company that manufactures components, instruments, and spacecraft for national defense, civil space, and commercial space applications. To connect Starlink satellites to aircraft, all the required antennas will be supplied by this company. However, Ball Aerospace manufactures conformal antennas for military jets, according to a recent statement issued by SpaceX. According to the company, the Starlink test comes under the defense experimentation using commercial space internet conducted by the Air Force Research Laboratory as part of the DEU CSI program. Ball Aerospace received a $9.7 million contract. And how does it work? So, to improve the US Air Force's tactical internet network, the DEU CSI aims to take advantage of commercial low Earth orbit satellite constellations. During a conflict, military communication networks help coordinate the exchange of voice, video, and data between components of a battle force located in different geographic regions. Meanwhile, over the past couple of decades, the military has become increasingly dependent on satellites for high-speed data transfers beyond the line of sight. Military forces, no matter where they may be located, must be aware of the circumstances. Further, there has been an ongoing discussion by the Pentagon about the need for more satellite capacity to support global communications, video conferencing, drone live streaming, and other activities that require a lot of bandwidth. Also, these issues can be solved through SpaceX and the Air Force Research Laboratory's collaboration. While SpaceX did not give a specific time frame for when it plans on conducting these tests, it is stated that they will take about 4 to 6 months to complete. To date, SpaceX has launched more than 2,000 satellites into orbit, while continuing to expand the capabilities of Starlink. Currently, SpaceX's early services are provided to customers in the United States, United Kingdom, Germany, Canada, and New Zealand. Then, the US subscription pricing begins at $99 per month. Moreover, SpaceX has begun actively seeking approval for Starlink to connect to private jets as of November 2021. And a request was made earlier in January for the Federal Communications Commission to grant its permission to include moving vehicles. As a result, Starlink can be used to communicate with anything that can move, including aircraft, warships, tanks, and trucks. There has been no response to that request so far. On any battlefield, information must be transferred effectively. As the world gets ready for a possible World War III, Musk's invention would come in very handy, considering the United States would not readily be overcome in a fight. There's no way you can knock out those satellites or disrupt the data transfer without launching a rocket into space or doing some next-level hacking. As well as conflict-torn areas where communication towers have been destroyed, Starlink will also be useful in times of a natural disaster. With this, residents on the ground can reach out for help by connecting to the internet. That's all for this video about Elon Musk and NATO's new insane plan to defeat Russia, and thank you for watching. If you would like to receive updates on Elon Musk and his companies, make sure you click the subscribe and bell button.